one of the main deciding factors in Total War Attila. It's of course the cavalry's ability to clean house with infantry in seconds, wrecking entire battle lines in a single charge. And impact damage has been reduced, which could be nice. So what we're doing here, we're testing Nordic Levy, medium spear infantry. We're testing elite Nordic spearmen, heavy spear infantry. And they're going to be, these guys can't be in shield wall. So, spear wall. So they're going to be spaghetti, 4 ranks deep, 4 ranks deep, spear wall, and spaghetti. So we're going to see how well they stack up against cavalry charges. And for comparison, we're here going to have chosen warriors in a spaghetti line. And we're also going to have chosen warriors 4 ranks deep and in a shield wall, to see if melee infantry can stand up to cav charges as well. So this is heavy melee infantry, and they're going to get charged by not the heaviest, not the highest charge shock cavalry, but just a cost-effective, good shock cavalry unit that has more than enough impact damage and more than enough charge bonus to put the hurt on infantry units. So let's see what happens. I was quite anxious to see this, because it would be nice if cavalry just couldn't charge into solid blocks of infantry anymore and just kill every single man. So here we go. Now the entire unit was definitely not knocked down. We're looking at about... looks like we're looking at 36 casualties on the charge there. But yeah, the reform bug is still in. They are still reforming like retards after they've gotten hit by a cav charge, or indeed after any enemy disengages from them. So this is sort of going to be the... This is going to be the comparison for how well the melee units stand up compared to the spear units. And it is taking a few charges for these Sarmatian... or the Sarmatian Heavy Cavalry, they're called. And there we have it. Sarmatian Heavy Cavalry is medium shock. So that's more CA please for you. But they're still standing here. The Chosen Warriors are still standing. They won't break due to morale issues, because they have insane morale. So the Sarmatian Heavy Cavalry has to charge in multiple times in order to get the Chosen Warriors off the field. In fact, we'll just fast forward here, because this is going to take a while. They have to kill every last man, and they do lose men disengaging here. It's of course very cost effective for the Sarmatian Heavy Cavalry, but they did take casualties. So let's see Spaghetti. Spaghetti should get creamed almost instantly, if not instantly. Might get creamed instantly. And boom. Instant cream confirmed. So in the first charge against the deeper unit, 36 casualties, 1 charge, 94 casualties. So there's some significant protection going on by being in a deeper formation, and of course having less men hit by the cav charge. That is extremely important. But 2 charges, getting hit, and no penalties for Spaghetti, you say? I'd say that was a pretty hefty penalty for the infantry unit that was in the Spaghetti line. Now let's see what happens with the spears. Expert charge, defense, Nordic Levy. No spear wall. Let's see how much damage is reflected back to the Sarmatian Heavy Cav. That is only medium. So they charge in, they take a few casualties, but yeah, the Spaghetti spears are not effective spears. Took down 22 Sarmatian Heavy Cav. And they're just going to go and finish off the spears now. Boom. And here we have the Sarmatian Heavies lining up for a charge against the Nordic Levy. You wouldn't expect Nordic Levy to... They are more of a supporting unit, supporting in cav fights. They really shouldn't be able to hold too well against cav charges. But they are causing some damage with their expert charge defense. Let's just see here. This looks like it could be a nice screenshot, actually. Let's try that. Oh yeah. So yeah, the Sarmatian heavy cav takes casualties. The Nordic levy does a lot better. Quite a few of them are still standing. 80 men still standing. And the Sarmatian heavy cav down to half strength. And second charge, the Sarmatian cav is dropping rapidly. So yeah, the wider formation definitely more effective in taking down their Sarmatian heavy cav. But what's really interesting to me is the elite Nordic spears, because they have the spear wall. And how well does a spear wall hold up to? This is the real test. How well does a spear wall hold up to the Sarmatian heavy cav? This is just too good to not take a screenshot of. Let's see. Alright, so elite Nordic spears, 11 Sarmatian heavy cavalry dead. So they're not able to... They're not... Yeah, oh, they're losing a lot of cavalry units here. So 32, interestingly enough, about the same result as the... about the same result. But you can see they have a 45 bonus versus cav here, and they do reform. So that's still in there. And it's been known to the Creative Assembly for... I've made videos about this basically at release of Attila, but they haven't done anything about it. So it looks like the elite Nordic spearman, yeah, the elite Nordic spearman actually manages to chase off the Sarmatian heavy cavalry when they are in spear wall, and they are down to about half strength. So a decent result. Now they drop below half strength, so this unit is approaching a state where it's not really combat effective. But let's see what happens to the spaghetti. Boom. Yeah, the spaghetti just dies very quickly, but it does a lot of damage to the Sarmatian heavy cav as well. 28 Sarmatian heavy cav. They might not survive the second charge here. Nope, they're not going to survive. So the elite Nordic spears in spaghetti managing to defeat the Sarmatian heavy cav. Not too shabby actually. Not too shabby, but the unit, I mean, the unit is combat ineffective, so spaghetti not really that effective. But 49 men remaining here, so seems to be a change in the way impact damage is calculated. Still, cavalry, this is only medium cav, keep that in mind. So medium cav, heavy spears, and the heavy spears get wrecked if they are in spaghetti, as they should, but I would have liked to see the spear wall hold up a bit better, don't you think? Strength and honor.